Alrighty, so what we're looking at here is our Ferrari FXXK, and this is the first Milestone 1 car that came available to us inside of CSR2 when they started many seasons ago. Fortunately, I've been part of a crew that's collected it, so let's go ahead and do a walkthrough and look at all the cars that we've received so far. So right now, open up the doors on the car and open up the hood and the trunks if they're available options. And we're going to go ahead and spin around and look at the different options that's on the car. So now, we're over at this McLaren P1 GTR. Open up the door there, open up the other door, gonna swing on around. Now when we get an opportunity to, we're also gonna do some pan-ins and be able to look at the interiors of the car. Now this car also, just like the Ferrari, did not have a license plate on it. Now this here is the Hennessy Venom GT Spyder. So you can see the doors open up on it both, as well as the back. And along with the back opens up also the wing. Now let's go ahead and zip on around. This one, the front of the hood does not open up at all. It looks like it's a wide body car, looks really slick, nice, whole lot of engine back there. Now we're looking at the McLaren Liberty Walk 650S. This car here has the front and the back. The back is basically the window space, and as you can tell right there, very small, is the wing. The wing actually goes up and down. As you can tell there you go, is up. Then there go the door. Let's go ahead and scroll on around a little bit. There go the trunk. Alright, so pretty cool little car. Zoom on in and get a closer look. And as you can tell, this car is pretty nice. Runs pretty fast. It's not one of the fastest in the games, but it definitely is a winning car. Put the right fusions, get the right tuning, this car definitely can win. Now over here was the first Porsche that they gave away in some Milestone 1, and it's the Porsche Turbo S. As you can see, the hood opens up as well as both the doors. And back here in the back we have a trunk space, and as you can see, the trunk doesn't actually open up, where this is the engine actually with Porsches. Their engines are in the back. And here goes the second one, the 918 Spyder, one of the fastest cars in the game. So the hood opens up as well as both the doors, and you get a wing back here that actually goes up. Now this car actually listed as a hybrid. So as you can see, now we're going to go to the next garage. Now you have the Pagani Huayra BC. This car has, as you can tell at the front, little flaps that help put more downforce here on the front. Both doors actually open up on it. The front hood opens up on it as well as the trunk. And the trunk reveals the engine. Take a look there and you can see that. Now this car is very unique with all that pretty blue that's vibrant on there. It stands out very well. Take a look at the engine there a little bit, the tire spacing. Pull around to the trunk again, onto the front. Now this here is the McLaren 720S. As you can tell, the front part opens up, that's the hood. Both the doors open up. I believe that wing back there opens up. I tinker around a little bit. I can't seem to get it to open up, so I'm not for sure. Maybe there was a change in the game that prevents it from opening up. I'm not exactly sure, but after several moments of tapping on it, I couldn't get it to open up, so I went to open up the other door over there. Now, in order to get over to the next car, I wasn't able to tap on it directly, so I had to go ahead and get the door to start to close up. And once the door started to close, I was able to get to the next car in the Milestone 1. So just in case you're keeping count, this is the 8th car we're looking at, the McLaren 720S, out of the Milestone 1 cars. And number 9 is going to be that yellow Ferrari, and that's going to be the Ferrari F12 TDF. The hood opens up relatively easy there. It reveals the engine. The door opens up, and then you can open up the trunk space as well as the other door on the passenger side. Now I believe every car has doors that open up on both sides. Now we're going to take a look at the interior there. And as you can tell, nothing too special. Now we're looking at the Honda NSX. This car is actually an Acura if you was to buy it out in the open market, but inside the game it is a Honda NSX. So we got the hood that opens up as well as the two doors along with the trunk space there. In this particular car, the hood actually is on the front for the engine versus the trunk space. And in the rear we have that. Now we have the Pagani Huayra Roadster. This is another two-door car. This also has the engine in the back. It has two flaps on the front that opens up, and you can also open up the front door compartment of the engine space. That's actually not an engine. In the back, as you can see, we do have rear flaps that can be opened up, as well as the opening part of the engine. And then we can get the front part where it's the trunk spacing. So on this particular car, the Huayra Roadster, you have multiple things that you can open up and tap. Now those flaps are special on the Huayras. They allow you to get more downforce pressure with the vehicle while it's driving, which increases your speed and performance and keeps the grip going to the tires. Pretty cool little trick there. But now that's your Huayra Roadster made by Pagani. Next up on the list here is going to be our Aston Martin DB11. This is car number 12 that we received as a milestone. And as you can see, the hood opens up. You get the driver's side door over here. You get the trunk space. Looks like a decent amount of space there, as well as the passenger door. So all these different components on this car is actually able to open up. It's usable. Next up is going to be the Ferrari A8 Superfast. As you can see, the engine opens up relatively quickly. You get the passenger door, you get the trunk space over here. It looks more like a hatchback. And you also get the driver's side door. And you get to zoom on in a little bit, take a look at some of the details that's there. Now, I really do like the coloring on this. Kind of a matte gray, matte black style color. Next up is another McLaren. This one is the McLaren 570 VX. So as you can see there, the trunk space opens up as well as the passenger door and the driver door. But you don't get any accessibility in the back. Everything is all visual for you to be able to see the engine. Zoom on in a little bit. Alright, going to go ahead and close that trunk hood there. We're going to zip on over to look at that. Another Porsche. This one is the Porsche 911R. So the front trunk space opens up as well as the driver's door. Now you can get the little down flap to open up, but also you get another part of the down. There you go. That opens up and provides more down pressure, and it looks like it actually relieves some of the heat from the engine as well that's back there. But the driver and the passenger door does open up on this car. Take a look at the inside. Alrighty, next up on our list we're going to take a look at is going to be the Audi A8 VRS. We got the hood that opens up as well as both the driver doors. I believe the trunk spacing does open up, but at this particular instance I wasn't able to get it open up, so I'm not exactly sure if it does. I don't drive the car a whole lot, so I'm not familiar with tapping on it and what all is accessible on it. So as you take a look around, we'll go ahead and zip on in, take a look at a little bit of the interior there. I like this color as well, that matte gray or even a matte black style charcoal coloring on there. So let's go and take a look at this Lamborghini Huracan Performante. This car is pretty cool. The Huracans in the game are actually pretty fast. You do have to learn how to drive these cars, but you get the front trunk space opens up. You get both the doors as well as the trunk, the rear part. Now we're looking at the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE. So the trunk opens up as well as the engine, and you got both doors that are able to open up on the car as well as the trunk space here. And now here you go with the other door on the passenger side. Now, we're going to take a look at the inside real quick, but I didn't look at the Lamborghini on the inside. So since it's the first one, I want to go ahead and zip on in and take a look at it. So there go the interior part of it. Looks not too bad, but you definitely have to learn how to drive those Huracans. Next up on here is going to be your Mercedes-Benz AMG GTR. This is another Milestone1 prize car. Cool coloring on it. So the trunk opens up as well as the rear, the engine in the front and the rear as well as both doors. Nice little car. Runs pretty fast also. Pretty cool car. Love the color. Very nice color. Next up is a very special HS Customs Under Pressure. This is a custom car that was made by for the SEMA car show. This car is basically all muscle power. It's a 1969 custom fitted Chevrolet Camaro, and they totally kitted this car up. It's all about power and muscle. Next up is your Porsche 911 GT3. This was another Milestone 1 car. As you can see, the front compartment opens up as well as the rear. Then you got both the doors that open up on the passenger and the driver's side. To simply tap on them. Pretty cool little car. Haven't driven it at all. It has 0 miles on it for me. Next up was last season's Prestige Cup car, and this is the Aston Martin Vulcan AMR Pro. You can open up both the doors, and you can open up the front for where the engine compartment is. The rear doesn't open up at all, and it also does not have a license plate on it. But this has basically a crush bars on the inside, so this is made strictly for being on a drag strip and being able to do super fast driving. Pretty cool little cars, one of the fastest in the games. And last up was last season's Prestige Cup car, not Prestige Cup, Milestone 1 car. It was the Mazda RX-7 Rocket Bunny. So this is a car from European designation, and the driver is actually on the right hand side. Got a nitros kit back there in the back, both doors open up, the trunk as well as the front. Pretty cool little car. I have not driven it yet, but look at those rims, definitely different and unique. And the tires on this are outset, so you get a lot of grip to the ground. And this is just another cool little car. That's it. Your Milestone 1 cars are all presented to you, every single one. Now, one thing I noticed is that the hoods are up on those cars because they did not show it beforehand. But thanks for taking a look. If you have any questions, hit the comments. Let me know below. Until then, have yourself a great day. Thanks.